Hello, beautiful. So, today we're talking about what are your standards in life. So, there's different categories of standards. There's your health standards, beauty standards, economy standards, and we're talking about what are your standards. Have you defined your standards in life? Or is it the first time you heard about this? Because a few years ago was the first time that I heard about it. Literally, like, I would say 5 years ago, I started hearing about this, and I didn't even have standards back then. But now I do, and that really helped me change for the better in a way, because since I didn't have any, it was easy to build something, with myself. And I started choosing what I want as far as standards. For example, as far as health goes, my standards and non-negotiables are exercising at least 5 days a week, minimum. Whether sometimes I do it or not, depending on my period, because you have to take that in consideration. You have to be in certain standards flexible, in certain standards you cannot be flexible because it's literally your boundary as well. Well, that's up to you to decide, right? You know better what's good. You know what's good for you. So you just have to know which ones are flexible and which ones are not. For example, working out, it's only flexible for me when I have my period, because I cannot force myself to do something I don't have the energy for. Unfortunately, I wish I could, like some women do, but that is something I cannot do. I cannot force myself to work out regardless of how I feel, because my periods are really bad. Literally, like my periods, I lose all energy. And yeah, I just really can't put that much of a expectation and boundary on myself, because I know I'm not gonna be capable of doing it. On those days, like, I would say 5 days out of the month, I don't really put that pressure on myself to exercise, because I know that I just won't be able to do it. I literally sometimes in my period, I feel like I'm about to faint, because obviously your blood count goes. You feel all kinds of things. If you're a woman, but yeah, for some women it's not that radical, so they can exercise. But for me, I just know that I cannot. So I just take those days off, and sometimes I'll make up a Saturday on a Sunday, and I'll just do it right then and there. But yeah, basically in that aspect I do have some flexibility. But for example, when it comes to beauty, I think I always had a standard, so that wasn't new to me. But now I literally define it, what I want. Which for me, my beauty standard is to basically look as young as possible for as long as I can, and to look as slim as possible, like super slim as I can, but with muscle, a lot of muscle, like not that you can like, oh my god, see it from far away, but that when you touch the person it feels really tight and strong, and you can kind of like see the definition of muscle. But it's not bulky. I hate that. I just hate it. So yeah, slim but toned. And the legs, mainly the legs, I would like to build extra muscle, but not the arms. I don't like bulky arms or like heavy arms. I don't like arms like that in general. But yeah, so for beauty, yeah, I like to have my hair really long. I cut it because I don't know, I got mad. I feel like this year wasn't the easiest for me, and I got mad at my hair. Not at my hair, I got mad at myself, and I took it out on my hair. And it was really, really long. It was like up to here. But things happen, you know, you can't be expecting yourself to be always perfect. But yeah, so I like my hair to be really long. As far as the hair, the skin color, I like my skin color how it is, so I don't really tan. However, I don't mind a little bit more tan than this. I wouldn't mind. And I don't mind even lighter than this either. So as far as hair color, I like the hair color that I have, which is my natural. It's like a really dark brown. And yeah, I used to think that as far as my brows go, I used to do like really heavy brow and all the way here. That's why I'm erasing that with a laser. But now I'm like, I just want to have my own brows and let them grow, and I don't want nothing else that is not mine, because I feel like the more you do, the more older you kind of look. So you have to tone it down a little bit sometimes, especially when you're older, because if you're not a regular person that fast, like does water fast and all that, you're gonna bloat a lot. Like your face is gonna start bloating when you turn 30, and that's when you can tell your age. And that's why I do regularly fast, 1-2 days, 3 days, depending how I'm feeling. But yeah. And as far as beauty, I feel like as long as I look in the mirror and I feel good with what I see, then that's it. I don't really need nothing else. But yeah, as far as romantic relationships, I like, well, obviously I'm married, but when I was single, I have this thing where obviously, well, imagine I married like more than 5 years ago, like 7 years ago, but I didn't have a standard back then, honestly, to be honest. But if I was to have a standard right now about dating, definitely the person has to make 3 or 4 times more than I do for me to even consider talking to the person. And it's not about being, you know, gold digger or all that. It's about me knowing that you are capable of supporting a family. And that will give reassurance that, you know, you're capable. And also how generous you are, that counts as well. Because it is nothing that you can make all the money to support a family, but you're really like, you don't want to share with your wife and kids. Like, what's the point? What's the whole point? So I will see how you are. I would literally take months and months to date a person. Another thing is, I wouldn't give my body away if I'm not married. That's another one. Nor I will do any wife's privileges on anybody that is not my husband. Literally. I don't care how much you weigh. Or I don't care. You know those men that tell you, oh, anybody can give me that. Or anybody can't. Any woman can, what's different about you? Or any woman can give me. I'm like, I'm not any woman. You can go ahead and leave. There's a door. That would be my attitude. Because I've changed so much over the years. Like, literally. I don't stand on nonsense. The first thing that I heard a man saying, oh, what's so special about you? Or what's this, what's that? I will say, there's a door, and I don't have nothing else to talk about you. Like, nothing else to talk with you. We are done. My patience will be so short. 0.5 seconds for you. That's all you get. Because literally, I don't stand for anything anymore. Nothing. My patience is short. Is very short. Literally. So, you are better off being single, being by yourself, being celibate. Because why is it that you really need like sex or anything? I think it's because you're being masculine, I think. Because the ones that need a lot of sex are men, honestly. What you feel is emptiness. It's not that you need sex or anything. What you feel is that you're empty. Probably things in your childhood, things in your past that you haven't healed. It's not that you need a man. It's that you need to work on whatever issue is deep within yourself that you haven't healed. It's not what you think it is, believe me. So find out what you need to work on instead of trying to bring people in your life that are gonna waste your time. Yeah, try to find out. Even if you know, have to pay a therapist to find out what it is. Because honestly, I can probably live without having sex for a long time. And I wouldn't need it. And I think it's because part of it is because I've been healing a lot. And I don't put that as a priority in my life anymore. So, yeah. It's just not. It's simply not a priority. But, yeah, you have to check yourself. And believe me, women make more money when they are single because they can deeply focus on themselves. And A partnership should only bring you joy, happiness, and fulfillment. If it's not like that, then it's not a partnership, it's a detriment. It's almost a burden. Shoot. If it's not like that, then you're wasting your time. And that person is probably wasting their time as well, because you're not getting anywhere. Believe me. So you have to be really smart how you move in life, because time can be wasted on a heartbeat. And when you look back in life, you're not gonna be able to fix the things that you did. Now you don't have the time anymore to fix them. But yeah, talking about standards. So yeah, health and then fitness. Like I said, yeah, for fitness, I just try to do as much as I can on the days that I don't have my period. As far as nutrition goes, I try to eat as healthy as possible, and I do give myself some leeway when I have my period. So those days are the days that I just get some more freedom. If I want to eat ice cream, like I said to you guys, I don't really kill myself for it, and I just eat the ice cream. That's it. It's not that hard, right? You can't really be so strict to the point where you're not enjoying life, because that's not the point either. So yeah, I just wait until I get my period or close to it to eat whatever I really want to eat. Like, even if it's fattening, even if it's not the best, I just eat it there. So I'll just wait. Even if I have a craving, like a random day that is not my period, I'll just wait. I'll hold that craving, and and when my period comes, then I'll just eat it. And yeah, so yeah, as far as economy standards, basically, as far as income, as long as I'm in the 6 figures mark, I'm okay. And yeah, I do have standards for that as well. I have a standard of how much I want to make, how much will be, what kind of lifestyle I want to have, what kind of life do I want to live. And yeah, like as far as my relationship goes as well, how do I want my relationship to be. And yeah, I feel like you also train your partner how to treat you, how to act, how to behave, because at least with you, because you have a standard of how you want to be treated, and he has a standard as well on how he wants to be treated. So you both have to be in the same page. And yeah, sometimes you are, sometimes you're not, but that's normal in life. You're not always gonna be on the same page. And when you're not in the same page, you just have to talk a little bit deeper and come to an agreement. And that's it. So yeah, guys, standards are a thing that you just have to know what you want in life, and don't bend yourself too much on certain things. In certain things you will have to bend yourself a little, but don't try to make it too much. Like, if you have to bend yourself way too much, then it's not a standard anymore. You know what I mean? It's not a standard. So you just have to know for sure what is it that you want. So guys, as far as my standards go, so I written down, because I have my own little guide on what I want in my life, and I'm gonna show you how to make these as well. But let me tell you my standards, non-negotiables. So hair done once a week, exercise 5 days a week except for when I get my period, and then walk 2 miles 5 days a week except when I have my period, and then morning shower daily 10 minutes, my color contacts because I love them, and then morning skincare, which is 5 minutes, basic makeup daily around 45 minutes, night shower 10 minutes, night skincare daily 10 minutes, body cream daily 2 minutes, fajas, which is like I wrap myself around with a faja, a waist cincher, and I sleep with it. That would be like 4 minutes to put on, but I put around my face as well. I'll show you one day. And then the Manasol tea is a tea that I drink at night to help me with the bloating, and that is like 10 minutes to prepare and then drink. And then meal prep is usually once a week, and then 36 water fast once a week, and then 5K walk outside 2 times a week except when I have my period. But yeah, those are my non-negotiables, standards as far as like me, my life, what I do. But obviously, like I mentioned, you have your own standards as far as what kind of guy you like. And let me give you some tips about that. So don't be so picky. Don't be so picky with guys that are handsome or anything. You are the one that has to be the pretty one, the handsome one in the relationship. If the guy is too handsome, you are lost. And I said it in multiple videos, you should be the pretty one, you should be the lovely one, you should be the younger one, you should be everything. If the guy is the handsome one, if the guy is the tall one, the one that gets the most attention, you already lost in the relationship. You are already losing. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. The only way for things to work is if you do it like that. Literally. So focus on getting a really good person that loves you. If you are looking, if not, focus on being alone and building yourself and, you know, growing instead of focusing on a relationship that is gonna take all your time away. But if you are, I would say just to look for a person that loves you. And I think Shira 7 like says this time and time again. that loves you 10 times more. I think that's true, to be honest with you. That is completely true. That is one thing I do agree with her. Not everything, because I don't believe in, get another one and replacing the man and get another one and get another. I don't believe in that, because you are literally, are you gonna sleep with 100 guys or what? No. So I don't believe in that, but I do believe in the other thing, which is the man has to love you 10 times more. What I believe is you should never stop working. Not because you might need it, but because that's your standard. Because you cannot rely on someone else to live life. You know what I mean? But also, if you're with them, you shouldn't be paying anything. Like, I don't believe in that. You should be paying your own stuff if you want, but I don't believe that you should invest your time and youth and beauty in someone that is not giving you anything back or not making your life easier. So yeah, I will talk more about that in a different video, because that is way too much to talk about today. But yeah, you get the idea. And yeah, it's all about being really strategic and smart, because beauty is something that you're not gonna get back. It's something that fades eventually, and you should know how to invest it the right way. And beauty is your asset, your tool. For those of you that don't have, money like that, but you have a lot of beauty, it is a tool. But if you don't invest it wisely, you can lose it, and you will lose it eventually. Eventually, no matter what you do, no matter how much you take care of yourself, you will lose your beauty. But that's life, right? Just enjoy while you have it and invest your time wisely on people that give you back everything that you put in and more. And more. Because, for example, if you get ready and you spend 2 hours on the mirror doing your makeup, doing your skincare, doing your hair, 2-3 hours doing that, right? Because we know how much it takes, how long it takes to do all that. Plus, let's say you spend $100 in your nails, and you spend another $100 in your pedicure. You're already investing money to go on that date, to go on that for that person. And if they're not, bringing you a gift, bringing you this or that, or taking you to a really expensive place, then you are wasting time. And if you know that they're really like down for you, like 100%, if you're doubting something, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. If you think that he has options and you're doing all of this work, which it takes work. Look at all of this. It takes work. It takes time and it takes money. All of these products, these beauty products, cost a lot of money. And you're doing all of this, investing all of this, For what? I feel like you should even interview the person that you're gonna go out with in the phone, like have a phone conversation first and see what he's up to. Like, is he up for games? Is he up for marriage? Is he up for what? If he's not up for marriage, don't even waste your time. If that's what you want, right? But I wouldn't waste my time on anybody if he's not up for marriage. Why would I? I would rather be alone for the rest of my life. So, yeah, girls. I mean, this takes time, money. You should value your time, your money a lot. This is what you bring to the table. When people ask you, why no, let me rephrase that. If people ask you what you bring to the table, you should run immediately. Leave the place. If that question comes up, act like you're gonna go to the restroom and leave. Because that is a waste of time. Believe me, it's a waste. It's a waste. But if it's not, phrases like, I want a hardworking woman, I want a responsible woman, things like that, you should also run. I want to build a woman to build with her. Like, you're not a builder. If it doesn't come already built, because you're already building yourself. They want a woman that it's already built, beautiful, worked on themselves, and already like all these things that men want, right? So why should you wait to build somebody? That's not a good one either. For that, just stay alone forever. Just stay alone forever. It's gonna be more beneficial for you. No. They have to step up to the plate. Believe me. Yeah, guys, I mean, life is hard. I understand. But your desire to be with someone cannot be greater than your comfortability and sacrificing your entire time in life. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Get a pet, get a dog, and you won't feel alone. You won't. Pets are amazing animals, or dogs, whatever you can get your hands on. A kitty, Because sometimes what we need is to love somebody. Something. But it's emptiness, that we feel. It's not that you need a person, it's that you need something. You just want to fill it up, right? At least that person will never betray you. I mean, that pet will never betray you. But if you do find somebody, it's amazing when you do find it. It's just, I'm telling you, there's no guarantees of nothing in this life. So as long as you know that, you're good. As far as me, I know that there's no guarantee of anything in life, but I'm okay with that. Because I've learned how to love myself enough, be with myself enough, and go through the hardships of life and be okay with it. And yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to a work meeting now. So yeah, I like this makeup because it's not too much, but it's not too little either. And I've been doing this thing where I line my eyes with the powder. I just take the powder and I just go over, and it looks very natural. I think that looks pretty good. And I like to always put a little bit of shine inside my inner corners of my eyes. So I take these and I do that. And let me show you how it looks with a little bit less light. There you go. Well, I hope you like the tutorial. which is very simple, but also what we talk about today, which is building your standards. What are your standards? And start building that foundation of boundaries and what things are flexible to you, what things are not. Start knowing like how much you want to make a year, how you want your partner to treat you, and forget about the physical stuff in a man. The physical stuff standard should be for you, not for anybody. Should be for you. And yeah, forget about that. Focus on how the person respects you, treats you, and how consistent he is, how responsible he is, how much money can he make, because that depends on what kind of life you guys are gonna have. And you're not gonna have to worry about you being pregnant and having to work, things like that. Focus on that, okay? And start thinking that you are the woman, so you have to be sensible enough to know that when you feel empty and you want somebody, it's because you have to work deeper on yourself, on your childhood trauma, on your childhood things. That if you have anxiety to be alone, it's because you need to work deeper on yourself, because you should be able to live life on your own and nothing happens. Like, you should be able to. If you're not able to, it's because something is wrong. You haven't really worked deeper. And I went through that, in the past. I've been through that, where I feel anxiety of being by myself, and I noticed that I needed to work deeper on myself. But now I can. I realize that I'm okay with it, if I have to. So think about that and start healing that part of you, healing those areas of you. And you shouldn't need sex, because that's like a man trait. If you need, I need xex, I need xex, like, something's wrong with you, because you shouldn't need it as much as a man does. So I don't know, that's just my opinion, but you can contradict me on that. I really don't have a strong opinion on that. However, I can withstand not having sex for years and nothing happens, because I've noticed that that's not my priority in life. That's not. My priority in life is being comfortable, being happy, being good, having a respectful relationship, having somebody that really deeply cares about me, loves me with passion, and even loves me a little more, 10 times more. Focus on that. And start focusing on being a little bit celibate. It's like celibate? Am I pronouncing that right? Because the more you can withstand not having sex, you're gonna be better in life. And you're gonna be able to hold your ground and your standards even higher. You shouldn't need, like, if you're dating somebody, you should wait at least 6 months until you know what he wants. You don't want to be the one that stays holding on to a relationship that it's only a fantasy in your mind, that you're never gonna get married, you're never gonna go anywhere, you're just wasting life and youth and beauty. You're wasting. But yeah, that's just my perspective. You can think whatever you want, and hopefully you get better results. But that's just my advice. Love you guys, and wish you a lovely day.